Hi everybody, welcome to the first class of the week. Hope you've all had a really nice weekend. Just a quick note, I've injured my hip, so if in some of the movements I'm not using a full range of movement or I'm grimacing a little bit, then that's why, but I'll always talk through everything anyway and try and make sure that I can do as much of the movement as possible. So let's get started. So just on the mat, I'm going to do a little stretch through the neck. We've done this one loads. Really good when we've done lots of sitting. So just tipping your head over to the side, taking a hold onto the ear and the side of the head to pull the head down a little bit more and reaching the other arm away. So we're just stretching through the muscles from the neck into the shoulder, which tend to get really tight and sore. Just taking nice deep breaths here. And lift back to the centre with swapping sides, tip over first. Then take hold of that head, pulling down, reaching the arm away. Nice deep breaths. Back to the centre, other side, tipping over. Taking a hold, reaching that arm away. Last time, last side, tipping over, taking a hold, reaching that arm away. Just give that head a little shake from side to side, and then nodding the head up and down. From here, we're going onto our back. So laying down, finding that neutral position, so you want to have that curve under your back. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Just rest those arms down beside you. And we're taking our nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. So as you're taking nice deep breaths in and out, I want you to think about keeping those hips nice and level. So imagine you've got a torch on each hip. They're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. So the shoulders are away from the ears. Chest is nice and open. Keep that weight evenly placed in your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. Just start to gently tighten through the tummy. From here, as you breathe out, I want you to tuck the pelvis under. So you're flattening your lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. We're tucking under to flatten. Holding there. Releasing out to neutral. So what we want to do is, as you're tucking under, find that nice, strong, flat back position. Using your pelvis and your tummy muscles to move. So try and avoid squeezing your bottom. this next one we're going to hold our flat back. So we're tucking under and we're holding. So holding that flat back position, there's no gap under the lower spine. We're going to start to tighten in the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. So exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. Keeping the flat back, you're just releasing the pelvic floor. So tightening in and release. So as you're tightening, you should feel as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into the floor. We're going to halve this contraction. So 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. Remember that sensation of trying to stop a wee mid-flow. So still keeping the upper body nice and relaxed, shoulders away from the ears, chest is nice and open. If you are feeling really tense through your upper body, just turn those palms up towards the ceiling. Pulling the tummy all the way down. Keeping the weight evenly placed through your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. We're halving one last time. So 20 to 25% tightening. So this should feel like a very gentle lifting. Something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. So your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor should be helping to keep your lower back nice and flat into the floor. From here we're lifting both legs off of the mat, bring them into tabletop position and glue them together. As you breathe out, you're going to tip both legs over to the side. Release one hip from the floor. Inhale to come back to the centre. And then we're going over onto the other side, tipping over. And centre. Tipping over. And centre. So we're using the tummy muscles to take us over to the side. Bring us back to the centre where we're finding our flat back position. And then over onto the other side. And although one hip is releasing from the floor, we're keeping both shoulders in contact with the mat, keeping them away from the ears, taking nice deep breaths. We've got two more on each side. We're tipping over and centre, tipping over and centre. One more on each side, tipping over and centre, tipping over and centre. From there, just hugging those knees in. Take a little rock from side to side. And then we're going on to our hands and knees to release through the back. So just bring yourself onto your hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips, tummy's nice and tight. I'm just going to move my mat forwards. I feel really far away from the camera. That's better. So from here, as you breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under, start to curve the back. We're arching through the spine and the head drops. Take a deep breath in to stay. As you exhale, take the pelvis back to your start position. Your spine will follow. Working into each section, piece by piece, lifting the head. So we're tucking under to curve, arching the back, dropping the head. We hold, then we're releasing out through the spine, piece by piece, lifting the head. Holding, releasing out. So we want to get lots of movement through the back. Work into each section of your spine piece by piece. And if you've got any areas of your back that feel really stiff and sore, just slow them down. You're trying to move each vertebrae one by one. So as you're curving the back, you're thinking of pulling the tummy all the way in. As you're releasing back to your start position, let the shoulders come away from the ears. Let's take two more of these. We're going to tuck under, curving. Arching the back, dropping the head, holding, releasing out through the spine, back to your start position. We're going to do one more here, tucking under to curve, arching the back, dropping the head, we hold, releasing out through the spine, back to your start position. From there, push yourself back so your bottoms to your feet. You're reaching those arms forwards into a shell stretch position, dropping that head down. From there, we're going on to our back. Again, finding neutral. Grab a drink if you need one. So knees bent, feet on the floor. Making sure that your knees are in line with your hips. So we're not knocking in, we're not splaying out. You've got a curve underneath your lower back, arms are beside you. As you breathe out, you're tucking your pelvis under, flattening your lower back into the mat. Start to squeeze your bottom and peel away from the floor. So start to lift those hips, coming away piece by piece, until you're lifting those hips up nice and high. Holding here, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, tuck the rib cage under. Go through the spine, section by section, releasing out to neutral. And again, we're tucking under to flatten. Squeeze your bottom, start to lift. Peeling away from the floor. Piece by piece, bring those hips up. Holding here, take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the rib cage under, rolling down through the spine, releasing out to neutral. So again, we want to get lots of movement through the back. So think about peeling off of the floor, section by section through your spine. And the same as before, if there's any stiff or sore areas, we slow them down. We want to make sure those shoulders are staying relaxed. They're away from the ears. You can rotate the palms here if you need to. Keep the weight evenly placed through your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. Tummy and pelvic floor are working. Nice deep breaths. We're going to take 2 more here. This is your last one. Tucking under. Squeeze the bottom and lift. Coming up as high as you can. Holding here, breathe in. Control back down. And from there, just bring yourself into a full body stretch. Good, we're coming back to the same start position, so knees bent, feet on the floor. In neutral, so you've got the curve under your lower back, arms are beside you. We take a deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale to lift the shoulders from the floor. Reach the arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. So you're using your tummy muscles to lift you. So you're pulling your belly button all the way down. Using your chin to chest position to help keep that neck nice and relaxed. So think about taking a big nod of the head first, then pulling the tummy in to lift you. The arms are reaching nice and long. Get those shoulders away from the ears. And start to gently tighten through the pelvic floor. Nice deep breaths. You shouldn't be holding your breath at any point. got 2 more like this, then we'll change the arms. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. Last one here. Chin to chest. Tighten the tummy. Reach the arms. We hold. Control. Back down. So the beginning of the movement stays the same. But at the top, we're going to hold for longer. So we're still going to go chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reach the arms. We're going to do 3 little pulses, lifting higher. So we're going to go lift, lift, lift. Control back down. So chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We pulse. 2, 3. Control back down. If your neck is sore, you can support the head here. Make sure your hands are on the head and not your neck. Still chin to chest and lift. The same thing. Pulse up. 2, 3. Control back down. Make sure you're breathing. Push, 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 and down. Tummy needs to stay nice and tightened, and you still need your chin to chest position, even if you're supporting with the hands. Use your pelvic floor, pulse. 2, 3, and down. We've got 2 more of these. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, pulse up. 2, 3, control down. Last one. Chin to chest. Lifting up, pulse, pulse, pulse. Control back down. We're going to hug those knees in. Then just take a little rock from side to side through the head. And from here we're going to be going on to our fronts. Grab a drink if you need one. So laying on your front, bring your legs out nice and long, quite close together. Bringing those arms long and beside your legs. From here, as you take a deep breath in, we're going to roll our shoulders back. Exhale to reach the hands towards those feet, lifting the chest. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Roll the shoulders back. Reach and lift. We hold. Control back down. So we need to be working all the way up the back of the legs into the bottom. Pulling that tummy in. So your bottom and your tummy will work together here to keep your back nice and strong. If at any point those toes or legs start to cramp up, tuck the feet under like I'm doing here to lengthen the back of your legs. Using the roll of your shoulders to take them away from the ears, opening up for your chest. Using that reaching of your arms to lift you from the floor. We've got just 2 more in this position, then we'll change the arms. Last one here. Roll those shoulders back. Reach and lift. We hold. Control back down. Take those hands into the lower back. Elbows are nice and wide. Still with the legs long. Remember, you can tuck under. Take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale to lift. We hold. Exhale to control back down. Lifting up. We hold. Control back down. Still keeping the bottom, squeeze the tummy tightened. Making sure that back stays nice and strong. This position of your hands in the lower back will help to keep your chest open. Make sure those shoulders are down. Breathe. We've got 2 more here. Lifting up. Holding. Control back down. Last one. Lifting up. We hold. Control. Back down. From there, we're pushing ourselves back into our shell stretch. Bottom to the feet. Reach those arms out in front. From there, we're going on to our backs. If you need a drink, then grab one. We're going to go into the 100. So, as you're laying on your back, we're going to find a nice, strong, flat back position. I'll talk you through what we're going to do, and then we'll all go together. So if you need to watch them, you can. So, really tucked under, losing that gap. From here, we're going to be lifting our legs up into a tabletop position. Try and keep them nice and close together. So from here, if your neck is really sore, you can leave your head resting down. If you're not, if you're fine to lift, then chin to chest, get those shoulders off. We want the arms really long, palms facing the floor. So we're going to be beating the arms up and down for 100 repetitions. 5 as you breathe in, 5 as you breathe out. So it will look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll count like that to keep you on the beat. From here, hands are behind the head. We're going into 2 sets of 8, sitting up towards the legs. From there, we're going to rest our head down, bring the arms down beside you. You're going to go into 2 sets of 8 of toe taps. So just alternating which toe is tapping down. Try and move from your hip, not just hinging at your knee. So if you're moving from your hip, you'll work your tummy. If you're just hinging through the knee, you're not really working any muscles through the body. So tapping down, moving that whole leg from the hip socket, 2 sets of 8. Then we're going to hug those knees in and go into a full body stretch. I will talk you through everything so that you know what's going on. Yeah, let's get started. Nice flat back, tucking under, lifting those legs up. If you're lifting your upper body, chin to chest, lift those shoulders, arms are nice and long. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying here, hands behind your head, not the neck. We're going into sit-ups for 8, 7, 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6. Tummy's in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the head down. Bring your arms down beside you. Toe taps for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there. Hug those knees in. And then coming to a full body stretch. Reaching long and away. From here we're coming up to sitting. Bringing the knees bent, feet on the floor. Sitting nice and tall through the body. So if you need to, you can sit on a cushion or a pillow or pad or something. If you're fine, then just sitting up tall. From here, we're going to bring our arms long and in front of us. Make sure you're tall here. Don't slouch. Get those shoulders away from the ears. As you breathe out, start to pull your tummy in to curve your back. And we're leaning away from the legs. No further than halfway. You can keep it small here. Holding there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Really pull the tummy in. Lift yourself up and over. Inhale to sit nice and tall. Curve and lean away. Holding here. Lifting up and over. Inhale to sit nice and tall through the spine. Breathe. Lifting up and over. Breathe, stack, sit nice and tall. So you're really using your tummy to take you back, to hold you in that position. You're pulling in more to give you that lift. Up and over. Breathe, stacking the spine. Try and use your pelvic floor. If that can be really tightened, it's going to work deep into those lower tummy muscles. Exhale back. We hold. Lift up and over. Restacking. Nice and tall. We've got two more here. Curve and lean away. Holding there. Lifting up and over. Sitting tall through the spine. This is your last one. Curve and lean away. Holding there. Lift up and over. Sitting up nice and tall. Relaxing there. Good. From there, take those legs crossed. We're going to do our stretch. I think that's really help people with thinking of lengthening through their backs and their arms. So I want to do a little bit more of that. So crossing the legs, whichever way you find comfortable, we're going to do both sides. Just take your hands onto the floor and start to walk those hands forwards. Just to where you can go, and then drop your head. So you're going to hold this stretched position with your head dropped and just take nice deep breaths in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. As you're taking your nice deep breaths in and out, think about the air, the oxygen, filling the whole of the top of your body, so into your back, around the front in the lungs. So nice deep breath in. This time as you breathe out, you're going to creep those fingertips forwards. Keep that head dropped. Again, taking nice deep breaths in and out, really filling the lungs, filling the chest. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, walk those hands forwards. Just holding here this time, dropping that head. And just slowly walk your hands in. Bring yourself up to sitting. We're then going to swap the way our legs are crossed, doing exactly the same thing. So just crossing them the other way. You're going to have a preference and possibly a more comfortable side. Doesn't matter if that's a slightly looser, or open cross-leg position. So from here, walk those hands forwards, dropping the head. Taking those deep breaths in and out, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, walk those hands forwards. And again, breathing in and out. Filling up those lungs. And again, breathing in. As you breathe out, creeping the hands forwards. Just holding here. Walk those hands forwards. Oh, sorry, not forwards, back in towards you. Sitting up nice and tall. So from here, take the soles of your feet together, knees are wide, hips are open, and we stretch forwards. So that little stretch we've just done, like I said, was really good for lengthening the back. Also really good for breath control, just regrouping, making sure you're taking some nice deep in and exhalations. From here, just push those elbows into your legs and stretching forwards. We're then going to be on our backs, finding a flattened position. If you want to, get a drink. So find a nice strong flat back position. And as you bring those legs up, they're going to lengthen. As you lengthen your legs, it doesn't matter here if you need to keep a slight bend in the knee. As you can see here, I've got a little bit of a relax through my knees, and that's going to help me to keep my hip a bit more comfortable. So if you know you suffer from sore hips, add that little bend in. If you can fully straighten, then that's great, hold that position, but it needs to be one that you can maintain throughout. Your arms are also reaching up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, you're going to look towards your knees or lower as you lift your shoulders from the floor, reaching those hands up towards your feet. Inhale to come back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. Lifting up. And down. So by making sure that your head, your eyes are looking to your knees, you've got your chin to chest position, you're keeping the neck relaxed. You can, of course, support the head. Just take one arm reaching up through the centre. Use your tummy, use your pelvic floor, keep the back flat. Let's take two more here. So we're lifting up and down, lifting up and down, relax, hug those knees in. So we are going to stay in a flat back position, nice and tucked under, flattened, but still lengthened through those legs. Remember, you can keep or add the bend in if you need to. Arms are again reaching up. So this time, you're still going to be looking at those knees as you lift, but you're going to reach to one foot with the same arm. So if you usually do this in class, it's different to what we would usually do. So you're going to reach to the outside of 1 foot with one arm. Same arm as foot. Coming back down, swap sides, lift, reaching over. So you're kind of hinging towards that leg. Lift, reaching over. The other hand can just stay in the centre and back down. So you're looking to hinge with that side of your waist. If you want to support the head, just have the hand behind the head that you don't need to reach with. Keep that tummy tightened. Keep your eyes to your knees or down. Long with the arm that you're reaching. Nice deep breaths. And down. Lifting up. And down. 2 more on each side. Lift up. And down. Lifting up. Reach. And down. 1 more time each side. Lifting up. And down. Lifting up. And down. Hug those knees in. Good. From here, again staying on our flat back position. Your head rests down this time. Make sure this flat back is strong. This time just legs in tabletop. We can do our dead bug. We've done this one before. Arms reach back up to the ceiling. So this aspect of your body is in exactly the same position. From here, as you breathe out, you're going to take one arm back behind you towards the wall. And the opposite leg is going to reach away from your body. You can keep that knee bent. Your other arm and leg should be the ones that I'm waving that are pointing to the ceiling. Bring the arm and the leg you move back to the centre and swap sides. They reach away from your body. The other arm and leg point to the ceiling. Come back to the centre. So your head stays down. Breathe, reach away. And centre. We want to keep a really strong flat back position. So make sure your tummy and your pelvic floor are tightened. And if you still feel like that curve is appearing, keep the movement of your arm and leg small. The leg doesn't need to go to the floor, and bend through that knee. That will help you keep your flat back position strong. And in. Lifting up. And in. Make sure you're taking deep breaths. Don't hold your breath here. Coordinating through the arm and the leg. Don't overthink it. 2 more on each side. Reaching away. And in. Reaching away. And in. 1 more time each side. Reach away. And in. Reaching away. And in. Hug the knees in. Then bring yourself into a full body stretch. Good. From here, we're going to go onto our fronts. Grab a drink if you need one. Come onto your front and take your legs out nice and wide. Turn them out. So we haven't done this one for a couple of weeks. So we're going to come back to it, see how we're feeling with it, if we've improved. Bring those hands out, match width apart in line with your ears. Just make sure that as you're in this start position, your arms aren't too far away from your ears. They should be in line. If they're too far in front, it will make your lift harder. From here, take a nice deep breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, push your nose forwards, lifting your head and your chest. Pressing down into your hands, lift yourself up as high as you can go. Does not matter how high or small that lift is. Holding there, take a deep breath in. Exhale to control back down. Push the nose forwards. Lift the head and the chest. I'm going to keep this lift quite low here so you can see that it's fine if you're only lifting small. Holding your lift wherever that is, take a deep breath in. Exhale to control back down. So it doesn't matter how high or how small that lift is, you're working to where your body will allow you to move. I want your hips to be down. It's just the upper body that's lifted here. You need to make sure you're working up the back of the legs into your bottom. Really squeeze. Pull your tummy in. You're in a full extension position in your body. You need to make sure that your back is really strong. Breathe. Shouldn't be holding the breath. Keep those shoulders down. Chest nice and open. Remember, you're looking out, you're looking forwards. Don't drop your head when you're in that lifted position. Let's take 2 more here. Lifting up, pressing down. We hold. Control back down. Last one here. Push the nose forwards. Lifting the head and the chest, pressing down. We hold. Control to the floor. From here, you're bringing your hands narrow, not in a triangle, just together so your thumbs are touching. As you rest down, you're going to feel really rounded and tense through the shoulders. For now, that doesn't matter. You might want to make your lift slightly smaller, and you'll see why when I demonstrate. So from here, you're going to push that nose forwards to lift the head and the chest. Pressing down, lifting to where you can go. From here, you're going to take one hand away. Put it down. The other hand away. Put it down. Control yourself all the way down to the floor. I'm going to turn to face you so you can see a little bit better. So you're lifting up through the body. We're going to take one hand away, down, away, down. Control back down. If your lift here is small, so if your forearms are still down, you can either lift the whole forearm off or keep the elbow on the floor and just lift the hand up. So there's lots of options there if you want to do something different. Lift, down, lift, down. Control back down. You still need to make sure you're working up the legs and into your bottom, pulling the tummy in. Try to make sure that as you're lifting the arm away, you're not leaning all the way into one side. Try to keep really central. The lift through the hand isn't very big. We've got 2 more here. Nice deep breaths. Lift, down, lift, down. Control back down. This is your last one. Push the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. We lift, down, lift, down. Control all the way down. From here, push yourself back to a shell stretch. Bottom to the feet. Reach those arms in front. When you get to that stretch, creep those hands further forwards. Then staying in your shell stretch position, bring your arms beside you so they're completely rested and you're just stretching your body. Then we're going to go onto our hands and knees. So from here, hands under the shoulders, knees underneath those hips, tummy's nice and tightened. Tuck those toes under. If your wrists are feeling sore, you can drop onto your forearms. Obviously, we've just done quite a lot of lifting, so you might feel a bit of tension through there. You can drop down here. If not, we're staying on long arms. As you breathe out, pull that tummy in. Press into the hands and the feet. The knees are lifting just an inch or so from the floor. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Lifting up. And down. Lifting up. And down. So you're thinking tummy is lifting you. Hands and feet, sorry, are just there for support. Keeping that back nice and long, so make sure you're not rounding as you lift, staying in that solid shape just to come up and down. Breathe. And down. 4 more here. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Last 2. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Relaxing there. Have a little roll through the wrists. So we're going to do the same kind of movement. We're going to add a little bit more lift through the feet. Again, you can either be on long arms or on your forearms. So same position, hands under the shoulders, knees into the hips, toes tucked under. Can drop down here if you need to. From here, again, we lift straight up, those knees come away. Holding there, 1 foot lifts, put it down. The other foot lifts, put it down, knees go down. We're lifting up, the foot lifts, down, the foot lifts, down, put your knees down. So if you are on your forearms, it's exactly the same movement. Lifting up, the foot lifts, down, knees down. Taking these in your own time. Lifting up, lifts, knees down. Just try and make sure you're not dropping that head. So if you are on long arms, you're looking out past your fingertips. If you're on your forearms, just look straight down onto your mat. And that will just stop you from adding unnecessary strain into the neck. Let's take 2 more here, lifting up, foot, knees down. Last one, lifting up, lift the foot, knees down. Relax there, let's roll through those wrists. So then we're going to go into our planks. And we're going to add our downward dog that we did quite a lot last week into our planks. So you can stay on your mat. If your feet slip and you're on carpet, come onto the carpeted area. So again, you can be on your forearms or long arms. If you're on your forearms, you'll get less of a stretch in your downward dog, but it's still fine to do that if your wrists are feeling sore. Take your hands slightly diagonal from your shoulders, knees from the hips, but keep those legs quite close. Tuck your toes under. We're going to push the bottom up, nice and high. Find your downward dog position. Once you're there and you've had a little stretch, I want you to lift one leg up, put it back down. Lift the other leg up, put it back down. Tuck your bottom under, bring yourself into a plank position. Nice long line, lift one leg up, put it down, the other leg lifts, put it down, put your knees down. Breathe, and then when you're ready, we're going again. Push the bottom up, nice and high, downward dog. Lifting one leg up, put it down. The other leg lifts, put it down. Tuck under, come into a nice long plank. Lift one leg off, put it down. The other leg off, put it down. Knees go down. You need to make sure you breathe whilst you're doing it. Don't hold your breath. Keep the legs together. That keeps it more challenging. When you're ready, we're pushing up. Get that stretch. When you're ready, lift the leg away. Put it down. Lift the leg away. Put it down. Start to tuck under. Squeeze your bottom. Pull your tummy in. Lifting one leg and down. Lift the other leg and down. Put those knees down. So you're just taking these in your own time. When you're ready, pressing up, getting that stretch. We lift and down. Lift and down. Tucking under, coming forwards. We lift and down, lift and down. The knees go down. Let's take 2 more here. Pushing up, nice and high with that bottom, stretching the legs. We lift and down, lift and down. Tucking under, squeeze your bottom, pull the tummy in. We lift and down, lift and down. Knees are down. Last one here. Push the bottom up high. Nice stretch. We lift and down, lift and down. We're tucking forwards, squeezing, breathing. We lift and down, lift and down. Put the knees down, relaxing there. Rolling through the wrists. Nice deep breaths. Stretching those wrists. We've got time to go into a stretch ourselves. So, we're going to bring those legs out long and in front. Again, you can sit on a cushion here if you need to. We're just going to stretch our arms forwards towards your feet. If you can't touch your toes, you're reaching towards them. If you can touch your toes, try and reach past them. From here, drop that head. Your head is the heaviest part of your body, so if you're dropping it, it's going to help you to stretch. You just take those nice deep breaths. Then we're going to bring one foot in, so you're bending at the knee, the other leg stays long, so you're reaching towards that leg. Again, either towards or past that foot, dropping the head. We're going to swap sides. The other leg comes long, bending, reaching down. So you might notice that you've got one side that's more flexible than the other. Dropping that head. One more time with both legs nice and long. See if that's helped to stretch out the legs separately. Good. Coming to a seated or knelt position. I'm just going to roll those shoulders back. And forwards. Bring those arms out nice and long, each side. We're going to lift one arm straight up and then stretch all the way over. So really lengthening your side. Back to the centre of the side. We're lifting straight up, reaching over. Back to the centre, one more time each side, lifting up and over. Back to the centre, lifting up and over. and relaxing there. That's today's class done. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. Don't forget to leave me a message below. Let me know how you found the class. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will see you all tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Bye.